Hi, I'm Laurie Rodriguez, and this is Let It Be Said. You are a loved child of God. He loves you individually. He loves you personally. He loves you with all his heart. He's crazy about you. Do not let anyone or Satan tell you different. As you stand in the truth that you are loved, God gives you strength. He gives you guidance. He restores any brokenness that's in you. So it's very, very important that you stand in the truth that you are a loved child of God, unconditionally loved. We're in Psalm 60 today, and this is a psalm of David. If I was a psychiatrist or a psychologist, I would say that David was bipolar. But the Jewish people were they were in tune with their emotions. And so in this place, David feels rejected by God because he had gone off to war, but he did not inquire of the Lord. So in this was on his own. How many of us do this? We go off and do things on our own, and it doesn't work out because God didn't give us permission to do that. So David is very upset, and he says, "You have rejected us, O God, and broken our defenses." In other words, God, I understand that you're displeased with me because I went out on my own. You have been angry with us, and now restore us to your favor. You have shaken our land and split it open. Seal the cracks, for the land trembles. You have been very hard on us, making us drink wine that sent us reeling. So as David went off to attack in one area, the Edomites came and attacked Judah and had killed many people. David was so distraught over this because he loved his people. And so that's what he's saying here is like, man, I blew it. I did it on my own. And because we were off in a place we shouldn't have been, people got hurt. And so he sent his commander, Joab, to go and kill 12,000 Edomites. So now there's death on all sides. And he's saying, but you have raised a banner for those who fear you, a rally point in the face of attack. So even though I did wrong, even though I was in the wrong place and I caused harm to others, God still loves us. That's the beauty of it, is that we can mess up. But in that, we need to learn. Like when we have attacks, whether we're doing it like we're doing something wrong or we get attacks from others, they're here to teach us humility. Like David learned humbly that he cannot go out and do things on his own. He's got to inquire of the Lord. How much more for you and I, that as we inquire of the Lord, what should I do here? Who should I talk to? I'm in this place, but go to God first. God should always be the first person we go to. Inquire of him. He'll direct us into who we need to talk to or what we need to do. It's so important. Father God loves us so much. He wants to direct us, but we have to go to him first. And we will have a banner of us. Now rescue your beloved people. Answer and save us by your power. God has promised this by his holiness. I will divide up Shechem with joy. I will measure out the valleys of Succoth. Gilead is mine. Manasseh is mine too. Ephraim, my helmet, will produce my warriors, and Judah, my scepter, will produce my kings. God is now speaking to David and saying, like, all of these are mine. Everything belongs to me. All of the people that you love, the country that you love, the tribes, I love them more because they belong to me. So in other words, God is saying, like, I'm in control, David. If you try to do it on your own, you're going to mess up. But if you trust in me that I'm in control, I know what's going on. Like he's going to say, I know what's going on in your life right now. Trust me. Let me deal with it. Come to me and I will guide you in how you're supposed to go. Now, God is also saying, but Moab, my wash basin, will become my servant, and I will wipe my feet on Edom and shout in triumph over Philistia. So these, Moab, Edom, and Philistia, those were the enemies that came against Israel. But God's again saying, like, I'm in control of them. Like, they're going to be my wash basin. I'm going to wipe my feet with Edom, and I will shout triumph over Philistia. But that's when we trust in God. He's going like, I'll take care of your enemies, but you have to trust in me. Don't go do it on your own. Who will bring me into the fortified city? This is what David is saying. Who's going to bring me to Petra? Who will bring me victory over Edom? Have you rejected us, O God? Will you no longer march with our enemies? Oh, please help us against our enemies, for all human help is useless. David has made a mistake, and now he did not inquire of the Lord. Now he's going to inquire of the Lord, and he's going to say, all human help is useless. Does that mean it's useless? No, it's useless if we don't go to God first. God will direct who we need to go to. But when I say like, oh man, I need to go call so-and-so and see if they can help me. But that's not how God intends for us to live. He says, come to me first, and I will direct you in where you need to go. Then David said, with God's help, we will do mighty things, for he will trample down our foes. So he comes to the point he's learned in humility that when we wait on God, he will direct our path. When we get ahead of God, then God's going to say, go ahead, do what you want to do, but you will come back to me. So let's not come back. Let's just stay with God. Let's go to him and get our directions from him. I'm Laurie Rodriguez, and this is Let It Be Said. You are a loved child of God.